In high school, my friend group had about 10 people, although it was unusual for all of us to hang out together at once. On a gloomy, overcast day, my friends Jared, Michelle, Christina, and I were sitting in history class with a substitute teacher. Since we weren't assigned any work, everyone was chatting. Our school was quite old, built in the 1930s, and there was another even older building located deep in the woods on the campus. This building had originally been used as a daycare or preschool back in the 1940s, but it had been abandoned for years and was in a state of disrepair. Vines had overtaken the walls, and the place looked extremely dilapidated. Even though it was in such bad shape, the school never bothered to demolish it. That day, the four of us started talking about how fun it would be to break into the building that night. Since it was Friday, we figured it would be the perfect opportunity. We decided not to tell the rest of our friends, as we thought it would be easier to sneak in with just a few of us. When nightfall came, we snuck onto the school grounds through a more hidden path, trying to avoid the security patrols. We made our way toward the woods, and after getting to the fenced-off area where the building was, Jared and I helped the girls climb over the fence. We then climbed over ourselves. The building was about twice the size of an average house, and it was clear we weren't the first ones to break in. We scouted the perimeter, searching for a way inside. There were several windows, but in the end, we found the front door, which had a window that we decided to break. While the girls kept watch, Jared and I smashed the window. We then helped the girls inside first, with Jared climbing in after them. Finally, it was my turn, and being the biggest of the group, I struggled a bit to squeeze through the window. I even cut my hands on the glass while trying to get in. Once inside, I stood in the cold, dark room and realized it looked like an old classroom. Though I quickly noticed that my friends weren't with me, I yelled for Jared over and over, but there was no answer. I left the classroom and entered a narrow, crumbling hallway, where I found several open doors leading into other classrooms. At this point, I was more concerned about finding my friends than exploring the building. I called their names again, but got no response. I searched every room until I came across one where I saw Jared standing in the corner, looking out the window. I was confused and a little annoyed, so I called out to him, asking why he didn't wait for me. He turned to face me, but his eyes never quite met mine, which made the whole situation feel odd. At that moment, I heard footsteps echoing down the hall, loud enough to break the silence. I pushed past some old school supplies scattered on the floor and reached the last classroom on the left. As soon as I looked inside, someone jumped out at me and screamed in my face, making my heart nearly stop. It was Jared, Christina, and Michelle, all laughing hysterically. They revealed that they had planned the whole thing as a prank to scare me. I playfully shoved Jared, still shaken from the scare, but then my mind raced with something I couldn't shake. I suddenly remembered the figure I had seen in the other classroom earlier, the one I had mistaken for Jared. I whispered to them about the figure I had seen, and we all headed back to the classroom to check it out. When we got there, whoever had been standing in the corner was gone. The classroom looked empty, but just as we were about to leave, one of the girls gasped. We turned around to see what she was pointing at, the crack between the door and the frame. Through the crack, we saw someone's face pressed up against the door, peering in from the other side. The sight sent us into a panic. The girls screamed, and Jared shouted, "Let's get out of here." We all scrambled back to the window we had entered through, but I was the last one to climb out, terrified that someone would grab my legs as I climbed. Fortunately, I made it out safely. We quickly hopped the fence again and ran straight to Christina's house, not looking back. None of it made sense. The door to the building had been locked, and the only window we had opened was the one we had broken to get inside. So how could someone else have gotten in? And what were they doing in there? We told the rest of our friends about what happened, and soon rumors started spreading about the building. I'm sure others went in after we left, but none of us ever went near that building again.